All right, what is up, everybody? Shadow Scout 0013 here, coming in for an update released from AMG, and I'm going to go over the few things that they have mentioned and the new things for Legion. And thank God, thank you. All right. First things first, head on over to the Discord. There you're going to be able to find a lot of people who are talking Legion quite often, and a lot of stuff happening for, Empire, Rebel, CIS, all of these uh, lists and factions. A lot of stuff going on with every one of them because now we've seen a lot of points changes and extra upgrades. So I wanted to kind of go over them for you guys, everything that was released. If you haven't already subscribed and left a comment in order to get these amazing order tokens, the best order tokens in the entire galaxy, seriously. If you want some professional tokens that look and feel high quality with the best designs out there, period, like these designs, like, come on, can you get any better? Seriously, no, you can't. I highly recommend buying them from the ComScan. ComScan is absolutely amazing. That guy has been the nicest guy, period, and has helped out the Legion community a lot. So I really love shouting this guy out. If you are interested in winning these, then you just, like I said, leave a comment, be a subscriber, and I will be giving the giveaway I will be having one of these given away for that winner, and I will be announcing that in July. So do that. Yeah, just leave a comment. These things, again, man, I can't talk about them enough. And so also head on over to the Discord, the Patreon. Man, I'm trying to talk too fast on this. Head on over to the Patreon where you can help support the channel grow and get more giveaways. This is going to help for the campaign that I had talked about yesterday. If you haven't watched that, go over to the last video, check that out, and the winner of the campaign is going to get a starter box. So I'm happy to announce that. And it's all thanks to the Patreon members. Also, whenever I play Legion on TTS, if you are in the top membership here, you're going to be able to tell me what list I'm going to run in that video. And I will give you a shout out and make sure that you are, everyone knows that you're the one that decided to have me play that list and that it's your list. Also, you get extra entries into the giveaway. Also, if you're on Discord and you level up on the server level, you get more entries as well. So level up, start talking. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I actually have to scroll down here in order to get started. The new stuff, the new points adjustments. The Imperial Death Troopers have gone down 6 points. Shore Troopers, the unit itself has gone down 6 points. The T-21 upgrade is down 4 points from 32 to 28. And the Shore Trooper squad is down 18 points. They had mentioned basically that they overestimated how well the Shore Troopers would do with their long range gun and prepared positions. And they're like, yeah, no, okay, no one's playing these, so we've got to make an adjustment. I love the adjustment. Great job, AMG. I will give credit where credit is due. Thank you for making them a lot cheaper. Thank you for making the squad much cheaper. I love the Shore Troopers the most. They are my favorite core unit in Empire. I absolutely love these guys. They look cool, and as soon as Rogue One came out, I was like, holy crap, these things are awesome. These guys are awesome. So I'm really happy to see them. I'm really happy that the T-21B is now a lot cheaper. Like 4 points. But now I feel like Imperial Remnant will be able to use the T-21 now, and that's going to make it better. And especially on the scouts, the Death Troopers, and the what is that? Mostly scouts and Death Troopers. That they're gonna shine really well on them. The Stormtrooper Riot Squad went down 6 points, and the KX series droids are now down 12 points to 18. So we will probably see them on the table now. It has been a long time, and I don't think I've seen one Stormtrooper Riot Squad on the table. I've tried using them to no success at all, but I'm really excited to see that they have gone down. I think these are great changes. These are great points adjustments. The Stormtrooper squad has gone down from 46 to 40, so that is great. So hopefully we see more Stormtrooper squads on the table now, especially since that's just a ton of white dice. And then hopefully you're either bringing the T21 if you're able to in the Imperial Remnant, T21B in the Imperial Remnant, or the T21 in general, which will give you an extra 4 dice. So what is that supposed to be? 9 guys plus your 10th one, so 13 dice that you're rolling critical to. That'll be great. I think that I'm excited to see the Galactic Empire prices go down. They needed it. Empire was kind of suffering, but I'm now hopeful a little bit more with the everything being a lot cheaper. The Rebel Alliance, Ahsoka Tano has gone down 30 points. So she was good. She's going to be even better now. And I think we're going to see a lot more of her on the table since she's going to be 30 points cheaper. That's almost basically force push for Ahsoka. And so the ATRT has gone up 4 points. So hopefully we're not seeing Rebel spam ATRTs anymore. The ATRT laser cannon has gone up 5 points. Now the rotary blaster has gone down 5 points, and I think that's the same for the Republic. So it's either going to be 10 for the flamethrower. I think it's 10 for the flamethrower, if not 15. I could be mistaken. I don't know. But at least it's 15 across the board now. So with the ATRT going up and the laser cannon going up, armor has a chance. Like, albeit a very slim chance still, but it's still got a good chance. I like it. I like it, that change. The Mandalorian Resistance has gone down 6 points. Very needed, because Mandos are suffering, and I think that the shields are suffering as well. They made the shields 10 points, non-rechargeable for shielded 2, and if you get hit with an ion gun, one of the shields goes down before you can use it, and then you have to use the other one. So we're only really bringing 10 points for one shield. That's non-rechargeable. That's completely pointless. You might as well just put prepared supplies and just get a dodge. And if I don't think they've got nimble, but if they do, I just can't remember. Can't quite. Let's see. Let me just pull it up. That way I can fully understand and remember myself. Mandalorian Resistance does have nimble. So, yeah, there's literally no point in paying 10 points for shields when you can pay 5 points to have a shield every shot that round. And it's non-chargeable. So that's the next thing I hope to see go down is the shields, and or at least put recharge and have them for 10 points. That'd be great. That'd be awesome. That'd be absolutely awesome. Then it would be worth it to actually bring that upgrade. The Rebel Veterans. The Heavy has gone down 4 points, and the Rebel Veteran Squad went down 13 points. So I think they're trying to emphasize, hey guys, put squads on. They're good, especially in GAR. Are they good in every other faction? We will see. We will see. But yeah, the fact that it went down 13 points is great. I'm glad that the squad upgrades are going down, so hopefully we can see some more of them and get more variants and list building. All right, this is my absolute favorite because the godforsaken Rebel sleeper cells have gone up 7 points. The Astromech has gone up 5 points, so altogether we're looking at a 12-point increase for each unit that has a sleeper cell and Astromech. These guys were able, with the fact that they surge to hit, tactical, nimble, getting a dodge every time they make a move, whether they get force pushed, they disembark, or scout. This is really needed. And yes, the bane of my existence is now finally more expensive, and I am happy to see this finally. And I think, in my opinion, I would love to be proven wrong. So please, in the comments down below, submit this in the comments. And if you're subscribed, you'll, get the ability to win the giveaway. But leave a comment down below which tournament, since their release in the top 8, have not had a Rebel sleeper cell. I just don't think Rebels will consistently win without a sleeper cell unit. So I'm looking, hopefully, at Sabine and Ahsoka and all of these other units that are going down in points to hopefully bring the Rebels up and prevent sleeper cell spamming, because that's the best unit that Rebels have, in my opinion. But yeah, we're going to finally see less sleeper cells and hopefully more variants in Rebel lists. Sabine has gone down 20 points, which is well needed, and I'm happy to see this. And the Darksaber has gone down 10 points to 5 points. Great. Awesome. I love this for Sabine. She was a fun character to play in Legion, and with her command cards, she has a lot to offer, especially with her Speed 3 and Nimble and other stuff like that. I'm really happy to see that altogether it'll be basically 30 points cheaper to have her with a Darksaber. So, yes, thank you, AMG, for that. The Republic. Okay, so the ARC Troopers have gone up 6 points. I think that's needed. I think it's well deserved. They are very efficient for what they do, and going up 6 points, especially with a medic on there, hopefully will stop all of the either E-stims spamming. So now basically if you were taking E-stims on all of them, you're not anymore, and you're going to have an extra. If you're bringing 3 arcs with E-stims and a medic, you're not this time, and that's another 8 points that you've now got to spend other places. And the good thing, though, is that Echo went from 52 to 46 and is down 6 points. And real quick, just thank you to Grant for posting these. I'm very thankful that you got them or made them or whatever happened. Thank you for posting this. Whoever made them, if it wasn't Grant, did a tremendous job. Perfect little, graphics for this. So Echo is now down 6 points. Hopefully we start to see him a little bit more on the table. And now that the ARFs are out, he might be a little bit more viable. And now that the marksmen will come out soon, maybe we'll see Echo on the table a little bit more. The ATRT, just not the unit itself, but the laser cannon went up 5 points and the rotary blaster went down 5 points. So now it's just 15 points across the board for the attachments, the ordnances, or the heavies, whatever you want to call them. The Bark Speeder went down, and so did everything else. The Bark Speeder is now down 6 points. The Ion Gunner is down 4 points. The RPS is down 4 points, and the Twin Laser Gunner is down 3 points. The fact that they were just not really viable without the soon discussed upgrades that I will go over. They just didn't provide cover 1 with the speeder and stuff. It just doesn't do much. But I think with the new upgrade that we see, we'll start to see Barks on the table again. And I'll have to actually start painting the last 2 that I have that I've put off for almost a year now, or at least a year now. So I'll have to get to painting. Clone Commander Cody has gone down 10 points. Absolutely amazing. Definitely needed, and I'm happy to see it. I'm waiting for Rex to go down 5 points. That'd be great. But Clone Commander Cody is now 95 instead of 105. The Lab Patrol is now 90 instead of 100. I think AMG mentioned that they wanted to kind of see at least a cheaper transport for Gar on the table to make up as well for the ordinances that you're going to be putting on it. So the fact that it's gone down 10 points, I think, even though it's still the weaker option, I think it's going to be on the table more than what we have seen since the points adjustments and the changes to the units themselves. I think we'll start to see this more on the table. Padme has gone down 8 points to 52 points, which, okay, that's better. That's cheaper than R2-D2. And she has a better gun than R2-D2. And a few more keywords that are great, and still access to secret mission. So maybe we'll finally see some Padme on the table. Who knows? The biggest change for the Republic is Yoda going down 20 points. That is a great change with the fact that I think they had mentioned as well, with the fact that he's slow, with the fact that he's very reliant on his command cards, and with the big change to guidance, the 20 points is well deserved. So now Anakin is the most expensive at 170. Yoda will now be 150. And we'll probably start to see him on the table again, and we'll probably start to see people try to get the ability to play Yoda correctly, and at least hopefully we'll start to see, a lot more skill set for Yoda. Now that we're going to see him on the table more. The Separatist Alliance, Asajj Ventress has gone down 15 points. This is great. Well, especially for everyone who likes her. Droidekas have gone up 7 points because no more spamming droidicas with tons of shields and suppressive. It's going to cost you a little bit more. Poggle the Lesser has gone down 25 points. I think they're like, hey, you know what? We need to see some of these units that we came out with on the table. We spent a lot of time designing this and making this, and nobody's playing it. So let's bring him down 25 points. It's not like he's an overpowered player anyway, or character anyway, so why not? I think that's a great change, and Sunfac has also gone down from 80 to 55. So I guarantee you we will probably see a lot more Geonosians on the table for CIS, especially since everybody bought them and not very many people have been playing them. Now, they're good. I mean, they're still really good, but now they're more viable with the fact that you can bring their leaders with them and still bring the squad along with them and actually have a Geonosian-style army. And then Staff Riders went down 10 points as well, because I haven't seen any Staff Riders in a very long time. And again, I think it's the fact that they all only have Speeder 1, and Cover 1 is not been that great anymore. But I'm happy to see these changes. There you go. AMG, I'm absolutely thrilled that you've made these changes for all of these factions. I am very happy to see a lot of these units to hopefully be on the table soon. Mercenaries, the one I'm most excited about as well, besides Sleeper Cells going up 7 points. The Mandalorian Super Commandos are now down 4 points from 70 to 66. I think AMG had mentioned the variance in the red dice saves makes them very hard to want to put on the table. And now that they're at least 4 points cheaper, it'll be easier to get them on the table, which I agree. The next up, again, I think the shields need to be changed. It's not like they're spammed all the time, and having to take a recover action takes away a movement or something else possibly for them. So I think, and you don't have to make it kind of like refresh every other turn. Just make it, recharge 1 or recharge 2. Recharge 2 would be better for 10 points, obviously, but we'll see. But yeah, the fact that they've gone down 4 points, I'm thrilled with. I like it a lot. The Pike Foot Soldiers have gone down from 44 to 42, and the Disruptor Soldier has gone down from 24 to 22. Big good change, great change. The 2 points is worth it because that's 4 points off of the entire unit when you bring the Disruptor, making it a little bit easier to bring a secondary person, whether it's the Capo or the regular Foot Soldier. The 4 points does a lot. And the Darksaber on Maul is now free, which that is a great change because now there's almost no point in not bringing it. The Cunning and the Surge to Crit and becoming a commander is huge. And I hadn't been taking it for a while because those 10 points for me could have been spent somewhere else. I think now that it's free and putting Tenacity on Maul, you're going to be rolling 7 dice. So that's still pretty decent. That's still good. It's not the 9 dice that you'd be rolling with Tenacity without the Darksaber. But I think that the offensive power is going to be around the same. And maybe with the upgrades that I'll talk about in like a minute or two, we'll also make it really good and give you the ability to make it a better roll. So overall, these changes are great. I hope that you like them. I like them. Good job, AMG. for coming out with this early. I think this is needed and very well welcomed from what I have seen. So thank you, AMG. All right, let's take a look at these upgrades. So Strike and Fade is going to be absolutely amazing for speeder bikes. And I'll try to read them because I know that I don't know if I can still zoom in any more than what is already on here. But yeah, let me pull this up. So a unit with the speeder, whatever, speeder 1, speeder 2, is the only unit that can use this upgrade. And then units with the speeder X keyword may equip this card even if they don't have a training upgrade slot. So it's still going to be very viable in what it does. So basically, after this unit makes an attack action, you can exhaust this card, and if you do, this unit makes a move action. So it basically gets a free move action. So if you put this on swoops, you could put this on flutters, you could put this on the bark, you could put this on the staps. I'm thrilled about the swoops, obviously, because I'm playing a Shadow Collective a lot, and flutters also have this. But for swoops, I think that you're still making a move action, so I still think that Overrun will apply. So maybe you can compulsory move. You can make an attack against a unit, because you have to make an attack in order to use this card. And then you move, exhausting this card, and then overrun, and then you make your actual second action as a second move, and then overrun. So you've been able to move 3 times and attack. This is going to be even better when you're playing Destroy the Enemy Base. It'll be better with the 74Z speeder bikes with Empire, because they've got a longer range gun, a range 1 to 3 gun, so it's going to be a little easier for them to make an attack. So you have to kind of use this in a very timely manner whenever you are using this with swoops, because of they're only range 2. But again, the fact that you can compulsory move, make a move, attack, and then you can make a third move. You use it as just after you make an attack. So very, very good. Strike Team Leader is going to be for an operative only. So during setup, this unit can choose an allied special forces unit with the same faction or affiliation as this unit. So if you're in Shadow Collective and you don't have the Darksaber on Maul, he's an operative, you can give it to a Mando unit without Rook, in case Rook is not there. But you're just probably bringing Rook. If you have Empire and you are playing with Commander Iden and you've got Operative Vader on the table, well now, if you give this to Vader, Vader can give this to the Scouts, and then the Scouts will, at the start of the activation phase, the chosen Special Forces unit is going to gain an aim or a dodge token if it's within range 2 of this unit. Additionally, the chosen unit can provide backup. So you give it to the Scouts. If Vader has it, now the Scouts can gain an aim and then move up to range 2 of Vader, and then hopefully take a shot with that free aim. Or you give them a dodge because they're already in position, then they take an aim, and then they shoot, and now they still have a dodge. So you still have the ability to provide backup to Vader with this. All right, next up is the mission objective. This is going to be really, really good. It's a training slot. It's for trooper units only. And once per round, when this unit declares an attack against an enemy unit that is holding or contesting 1 or more objective tokens, this unit may re-roll 1 attack die during the re-roll dice step. And it's once per turn. So this is almost like you've given out an observation token to someone who is contesting or holding an objective token, either contesting a POI or objective token. I shouldn't say POI. It's holding or contesting 1 or more objective tokens. It doesn't say POI. You can re-roll an attack die. So if they've got the scanner or they've got the intel token or whatever it is, you can re-roll 1 of the attack die during the reroll attack step, and then spend your aim. So this is going to be units that you want to focus on an objective token with. Okay, but very, very good, very powerful still. The Trusted Agent, okay, right here. This one, again, is what I think Iden would love for Operative Vader. And obviously, because I'm playing Empire as well, or if you're playing like Rex and you've got the Bad Batch. So during the issue order steps of the command phase, you can get rid of this card, basically. And if you do, you can issue an order to an allied operative unit. So Rex can get rid of this card, basically, and give an order to the Bad Batch. And then lay down your command cards, and you give out your orders as well. This could be great for when Iden plays Tac Strike. She can give it to her 2 special forces and herself, and then spend this card to give Vader an order token. Or you can give it to Krennic, and then when you play Deploy the Garrison, and you give it to someone else. Like, maybe you give it to 2 people. Or, okay, let's just say, hey, if you're playing Moff Gideon, and you're playing both Dark Troopers, and you've played the 2-pip to give all the Dark Troopers an order, then you can spend this card to give Vader an order. Whatever it is, Trusted Agent, you're basically getting rid of the card to give out an order to an operative, a friendly operative. Such a good card. I'm excited for these generic upgrades. We've been asking for these for a long time, and AMG has delivered. So thank you, AMG, again for that. Again, credit where credit is due. All right, so Imperial March, the training upgrade for Imperial Corps only. The units may equip this card even if they don't have a training upgrade slot on the unit card. So when this unit makes a second move action during its activation, it can increase its speed by 1 during that move action. Additionally, when this unit makes a move action during its activation, you can cancel this card out, and if you do, this unit gains charge until the end of its activation. So it's 6 points for basically 2 possible features. When this unit makes a second move action, you can increase its second move speed by 1. That's constant. That'll be for every single turn. Additionally, if you make a move during its move action and you want to cancel this card out, you can gain charge until the end of its activation. So you give these bad boys to Snow Troopers, they're going to turn into some amazing core, especially with the Flame Trooper, because then you do a speed 1 move, and then you make a speed 2 move for your second activation, and you have steady. And then now you've increased the range by, 10 inches? And then now you've got an extra 6 inches, so 16 inches from where you were, because speed 1 is, 4 inches, and then a speed 2 is 6 inches. So now you've just moved 10 inches instead of 8. And now you still have that range 1. So 2 extra inches is a lot. Okay? Don't get your head out of the gutter, guys. Man, what the heck? I can already see it. What the heck are y'all doing? Come on, we're talking Legion here. All right, so additionally, when this unit makes a move, you gain charge. Okay, so if you've also, I think that the Flame Trooper is also able to use the flame in melee, if I'm not mistaken, right? The Flame Trooper, yeah. So, gain charge, still really good. So, yeah, these guys are going to absolutely love Imperial March. And if you haven't used Tabletop Admiral, absolutely love these guys. The app is so good, and they get to it real quick. So, yeah. All right, and then Terror. Terror is a new dark side only force upgrade. So when an enemy unit within range 2 and in line of sight of this unit makes a ranged attack, so if Rebels, maybe they're at range 2 of you and in line of sight of Vader, and they make a ranged attack against another unit that is around you, because all right, so let me just read this. So when an enemy unit within range 2 and in line of sight of this unit, the dark side unit, makes a ranged attack, If that attack did not target this force user unit, and this unit is not engaged, after the attack is resolved, the attacking unit gains a suppression token. That's a lot to just say someone at range 2 of you, if they didn't target you, gets a suppression token. You might as well almost use fear at that point. But if you have fear and this one, okay, that's two. That's like almost that's a suppression for when they attack, and then another suppression for when you move or activate. It's okay. 6 points might be a little expensive for it, but it's a new force upgrade, so okay, why not? The next one that I think is going to be insanely good. Let's take a look at this. Dug in. I absolutely love this, and it's going to help the shore troopers and the veterans a lot, as well as the mortars and the Mark II. So, emplacement troopers or trooper units with prepared positions only. Units may equip this card even if they do not have a training upgrade slot on their unit card. While this unit is in an allied territory and does not have a face down order token, it rolls red defense dice instead of white defense dice for when it rolls cover pool. Some of you may know that in the Discord a while ago, I was like, hot take, I think that heavy cover should be red saves, or rolling red, and just be blocks. Light cover should just be white saves and be blocks, and if not, maybe some surge tokens. But I think this is much better. Having an upgrade that allows you, when you're in your own allied territory, to roll red saves for cover is so much better. And for 6 points, it's worth it. Definitely worth it. Especially for mortars, because they're not going to be moving. And Mark IIs, maybe if they're not moving. But yeah, dug in. We're going to see it a lot, and I'm happy about it. Tranquility is a light side only force upgrade for 10 points. After an allied unit within range 2 rallies, but before it takes its make action steps, after it rallies, when it rallies, before it does any of its actions, you can exhaust this card. And if you do, you roll a number of white defense dice equal to the unit's courage. For each paint result rolled, this unit and the allied unit remove 1 suppression token. When you would exhaust this card, you can instead just get rid of it, and if you do, you can roll red defense dice instead of white defense dice. So this is really, really good. It's almost going to replace Hope in a way, which I think it should. Because you're basically, when an allied unit within range 2 is rallying, and before it takes its action steps, you can just exhaust it for them to roll, like if they're courage 2 dice, and then for each paint they're going to remove a suppression instead of, honestly, I'm not entirely too sure why you would just exhaust it and not just use it for the once, so they can basically get indomitable. If there's something that I'm missing, please put it in the comments. But you're just rolling a number of white defense dice equal to the unit's courage and not the amount of suppression. So you're really hoping that they only have like 1 suppression. So that way, if they're courage 2, or if they have 2 suppression in their courage 2, it really doesn't matter. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how. So I don't know how it'll replace Hope, but maybe Hope would be a lot easier. I like this one. So extra supplies. At the end of this unit's activation, you can get rid of this card, and if you do, you can ready one of this unit's non-force upgrades. So let's just say you've taken Gar Saxon. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's go to Gar Saxon, because obviously I mess around with Shadow Collide quite a bit. You play offensive push, and maybe you've played his jetpack rockets, which is exhaustible, and maybe you've played his combat shield, which is also exhaustible, because it's, so it's not exhaustible. Okay, so, sorry, not the combat shield, but maybe the jetpack rockets and offensive push. You can basically attach extra supplies, and obviously his combat shield. And then you can tap the extra supplies to ready the rockets and offensive push without taking the recover action. So extra supplies is almost a recover action, just slightly less. And for 5 points, I think it's worth it. So if you have the ability to take extra supplies, definitely do it. I think it'll make the ability to have that free offensive push is good. But it's to ready the unit's upgrades. So multiple upgrades. It's not just one. So like I said, that's why it's almost kind of like a recover, but you're not recovering the shields because it's not exhausted, if that makes sense. Okay. Clairvoyance. This is one that I could have used facing off against sleeper cells. This is going to be amazing on like Maul or the Fifth Brother, Seventh Sister. It's a force upgrade, and it's not specifically for light side or dark side. It's for anyone with a force slot. So when this unit attacks or defends, you can get rid of this card at the start of the modify attack or modify defense dice step. If you get rid of it, you can re-roll all of the attack dice or defense dice and then convert any surges if you're able to. The modified attack or defense roll cannot be further modified. So if you are playing Maul or the Fifth Brother and you completely blank out on your defense dice and get one-shotted like I have multiple times with my red defense dice, you can spend Clairvoyance and re-roll all those dice and then watch yourself get all blocks that next turn. Law of averages. So this is going to be a get out of jail free card. This is amazing. Now you're spending a force slot for a card that can only be used once, but for 5 rounds, and you've got 10 actions total for the most part, besides not excluding Relentless or Charge or your third action if you're Maul. This is really, really good. It's going to keep you alive, or if it's the last attack and you have to take this unit out and you are rolling black dice and you're rolling 6 black dice and you've got 1 hit, you can re-roll it all, and that's it. So this is going to be a very, very good card. 10 points. I think it's properly points. I think it's proper for the points, basically. I like it. I'm going to be probably bringing this on Maul instead of Choke to just make sure that your expensive King piece stays alive a little bit longer. All right, so Spotter Uplink. If this unit is not in melee, it's a comms upgrade. So when this unit is not in melee, when another allied unit declares an attack against an enemy unit within range 1 and line of sight of this unit, the attacking unit is going to gain Sharpshooter 1. So it's kind of like the unit that is at range 1 is calling in and saying the exact coordinates and giving you Sharpshooter 1. So if you've got, if say that you moved your Inferno squad and it's at range 1 of a unit that's in heavy cover, if a unit that has this attached to it is not in melee, sorry. This has to be attached to the Inferno squad. So if this unit is in melee, when another allied unit declares an attack against an enemy unit within range 1 and line of sight of this unit. So if Inferno squad has this attached for 3 points, definitely worth it, and is at range 1, your Stormtroopers or your Shore Troopers, hopefully in the future now, will be able to have Sharpshooter 1 to that unit that's at range 1 and in line of sight. That's good. That's really, really good. Your Inferno squad is calling in to your shores and giving them the exact location and telling them how to hit them. So they're getting Sharpshooter 1. So it's really good. Definitely really good. And then my other favorite besides clairvoyance and extra supplies and dug in. Again, thank you AMG for these upgrades. I don't say it often, but I think this is well needed and this is going to be well accepted. All right, so a unit with transport only. Now the AA5 is going to finally start putting some gun upgrades if you haven't already. A unit with the transport keyword may equip this card even if they don't have a pilot upgrade slot on their unit. After this unit makes an attack action during its activation, if it did not add this weapon to the attack pool during the attack action, it can make a free attack action using only this weapon, even though it has already made an attack action this turn. It is the mounted blasters. It's range 1 to 2. It's 2 black, 2 white, fixed sides. So you're literally shooting out of the side of the transport. So basically the AA5 or the LAT or even the Gav tank is the transport. You can attach this and have mounted blasters for your sides, and it's range 1 to 2, like I said. This is going to be really good, especially for Shadow Collective, and good thing I'm already on there. Let's say that we put the AA5 on there. We're going to put the Unstable Astromech on there. We are going to put the Door Gunner on there. We are going to put the Frenzied Gunner on there. We are going to put the Quad Laser on there. So now you can move, and then you shoot with the Quad Laser. You're going to roll to add an extra dice to the Quad Laser. When you're done with that attack, you are going to make a free attack at range 1 to 2 with the 2 black, 2 white. And then you're going to use the Unstable Astromech to either move again, so that way you get 2 moves and you still shot, or attack again. The amount of dice that you will be rolling, obviously, is 7 dice for the laser, and then 4 dice, so 11 dice total shot. And then if you use the Unstable Astromech, you're shooting another 6. So that's 17 dice that you're shooting in that one activation. So the AA5 is probably going to have a lot of stuff. It's 108 points now at that point in Shadow Collective. So you got to be careful. And if you obviously do emergency transponder to make it 112, you can get yourself a free aim when you do that. So maybe you take an aim, you shoot, you move, because the second attack was free. And then now you're in another position to make another attack against another unit that you were unable to shoot. And with the Door Gunner, it's during the activation that you make the attack. So the Unstable Astromech is at the end of your activation. You can perform an attack or move, and it's at the end. So it's not during your activation anymore, I would assume. Now, I could be wrong because it's brand new. So I doubt that you'd be able to use the Door Gunner twice. But you get the free aim, you shoot, you free shoot, you move, and then you use the Unstable Astromech to do another attack action. It's so good. So the Door Gunner is going to be a very favorite thing, because even if you don't take the Quad Laser, say you don't take the Quad Laser and the Frenzied Gunner, okay, and you just take the Door Gunner. You have to make an attack. So maybe you can even take the Heavy Retrofit and go with that. But as long as you have made an attack, you can use this Door Gunner. So that's all the upgrades and the points changes that were made to Legion. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you head on over to the Discord and become a member. And I hope that you go to Patreon and become a member and you submit your lists. So whenever I play on most Tuesdays and Thursdays, I will play that list if you submit it. But alright guys, y'all take it easy. Thank you, and let me know what you think in the comments down below about these upgrades. Alright.